Alright, hello and welcome back. Cool Metropolis did bring a lot of new changes to the game. The developers did a fantastic job at making this update, and they actually did rework the physical map in the Warzone, which I think is one of the more interesting changes. And well, I think let's take a look at the map, since the old physical map did have a lot of problems and it did need change. And I think this current map is a really good change compared to the previous map. This map is also designed according to the new update, which is also really good. So far, the best update that they ever done, honestly. And well, the map looks really good, works really smooth, and well, and I think it also does play a key role in the physical aspect because of the overall storyline, because the storyline revolves around Alpha, around Rosetta and other physical characters. In this case, it does revolve around Alpha a lot, and I think it's a nice touch from the developers to kind of address the main story within the Warzone. I think that's a nice touch. Well, then that was the first map. So far, it was really good and really smooth. Absolutely no problems whatsoever with the performance in these maps. All of them run smooth 60 frames per second, and there is no problem whatsoever in terms of being stuck or in terms of frame rate. The game is as smooth as always, and the design of this map, of course, is something that is a really big change compared to the previous map. It is a major change, and it is a completely new map, which is something that I like. I hope they will do the same for other maps. I think it would be really interesting if they would change the maps from time to time. You know, in terms of like if they could rotate the maps from time to time. That would be a really interesting thing to keep the game fresh and to keep the game pretty much fun for a very long time. Well then, this is the third one. It looks like, yeah, it pretty much is designed after the elevator map in the main story, in chapter 12 of course. And it looks really good, and of course it runs really smooth. So far I have no problems in these maps. A really nice change of scenery, since let's face it, the first map was kind of weird. I mean, we had the weird like glasses and bottles and stuff laying around. It was really weird in terms of like, I don't know what that map was representing, honestly. But this map represents the latest chapter, and I think that's a really nice touch. I like a lot about this. Well, so far so good. Let's see if I can beat my own score. Yeah, and of course after this I'll play the lighting map, and I will of course play in the newest addition to the weekly stuff. I will add a boss battle in pain cage. Why not? I think it will be really interesting. I think that will be really interesting, and I will pretty much do this on a daily basis, since I used to enjoy the weekly Warzone a lot. Well then, 40 seconds left. Okay, so far so good. And the character also, like there is also an upcoming patch that will be on the 18th of this month. And in this patch, they will fix a couple of character problems, which I will address in the lighting zone, in the lighting map, which I think are also, which I think is really important to address what the developers are fixing, since these developers are actually working and fixing problems. They're also reporting on the problems before they occur, or they pretty much report on the problems as soon as they occur, and they fix them in a rapid time frame, which I think is a really good thing, since not all developers fix bugs at this speed, which is really impressive, of course. Well, 2 hours, 206,000 points. That wasn't too bad. I think I can do this better. I can always do this better. I mean, it's me, of course. I'm a tryhard, of course. So I will do better. I think I will beat my score. And overall, I am really impressed with the overall design choices of these maps. Now, one map that I would like to see changed, I think it is definitely the lighting map that I wish to be changed, and it's pretty much my personal wish. Like, nothing wrong with the map. The map is really good. The map used to have a problem back in the day where your frame rate will drop. That problem seems to be fixed now, and I don't have any problems. But the overall map, I think, needs to be kind of refreshed in terms of they should add something a little bit different of a scenery. Maybe, I don't know, a mountainous region, maybe something along those lines, with added thunder effects in the sky. I think that would be a really nice touch to the map and to the overall design choices of the game. And of course, if you're worried about the performance, don't worry, that would run still smooth and it will still be 60 frames per second. I think the developers did show that no matter how good they make the game look, your frame rate will always be stable and you will experience no frame drops. And if you do experience frame drops, they will fix it in record time. Pretty much that's my experience. That's my experience in this game so far. They are truly doing a fantastic job at optimizing the game. I don't know what they did to the game to run this smooth, but they did a really fantastic job, and I can honestly respect their passion in optimizing the game, and that tells me a lot about how much they care about the game. And well, of course, that makes me play the game even more than I'm already playing it now. Well, that was a really nice one. Alpha pretty much took all of them out really easily, really smooth. Yeah, this character is really good. And of course, if you're wondering, yes, I still don't have the 6-star weapon for her. I still don't have her signature weapon. I am working on it, as usual. Well then, time to address the lighting map and Verity's problem. Well, this character in the latest update did have some technical problems in terms of her evasion got delayed. Her movement also appears to be slightly delayed, which is a fraction or half a second delayed compared to before. The developers did acknowledge the problem, and they will fix it on the 18th of this month. Pretty much they will fix it in 2 days in a patch. And I'm really glad that they are fixing this character, since she is at the moment still one of the most and is the most powerful elemental structure in the game, and she does do a really good job at overall taking out enemies in the entire game. A really effective character, and you can use her at any stage in the game. And that's just the problem with evasion, and her delayed animations are currently the problem. And of course, they are getting fixed in the next update, pretty much in 2 days in a patch. Well, talk about the map a little bit. Well, as you can see, there's nothing wrong with the map. The design is okay, but I think, my personal wish, like I said before, I think this map can be prettier. They can, of course, add a whole different map. That would be a nice touch, I think. Again, rotating different maps, I'm fine with that. I would be fine if they would have, for example, 5 lighting maps that are rotated each week. That would be, I think, really nice. Or they should be also random. That would be also pretty nice. And overall, that would be a really nice touch to the game, since that would mean that there are like several locations where you're fighting, and that would be, I think that would be really nice, and people would enjoy that. Well then, that was the first run of the lighting map. So far, I think I did a good job. Let's see the score. Now, of course, my best runs are always off camera. Unfortunately, somehow I can't beat my own score properly when I record. I don't know what's up, but that's kinda a fun little fact. Okay, 1 minute and 50, well, I just started. So yeah, definitely that's the problem with Verity. They did fix Dawn, of course. If you remember, Lucia Dawn also was quite weak compared to other characters, and developers knew that, and they fixed it. And they fixed Dawn. They gave her a buff, and people did enjoy that buff. And now Lucia Dawn is actually doing a really good job at lighting a really smooth character. I will play one round with her because that character is just so smooth and so fun to play. A really addictive, a really very addictive character. Her gameplay style is also I praise her gameplay style a lot since Lucia Dawn is so smooth. She is so smooth. She became so smooth, and really enjoying her gameplay. And I need to build up that character a little bit better because not a little bit better, a lot better actually. I need to build that character a lot better to test her performance out properly, and of course to make the character be more useful to me, since I pretty much need all characters that I can get. Since future content is gonna be it's going to be pretty much setting up for the future, and that would be really interesting. And of course, the swimsuits are coming up. Oh man, let me tell you how much I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that, and people are also excited for them, which I think is a really good thing. People enjoy the game so far a lot, and yeah, it will be a good run next month. Next month will be big. Next month will be big for this game, and I think it will be big for this channel, since this game is slowly getting more popular. Like every update, this game is getting more popular, and the developers are going to need developers are in the need of getting better servers. Now, I'm not even I'm being that serious. The developers need to get better servers since they are going to get a lot more players to play the game, and at the moment the servers are kind of holding out barely. But they're still struggling, and the servers still need a lot of work. They need hardware upgrades. They overall need better, stronger, faster servers in order to support a lot more players. That's a fact, and that's something that they need to work on. This is advice for them, of course. They really need to upgrade the servers, since there's going to be a lot of new players, especially since the Nier Automata collaboration, especially since that. And well, I think they know that, and they are in the works of doing that. And of course, also a really important note. Remember the live streams that I did where I got kicked left and right? Well, the developers actually acknowledged the problem, and guess what? They added a reconnect button, and now you will be able to reconnect in the battles after you get kicked. Isn't that wonderful? They actually listened to the players, and they added the option to reconnect. And now even when you get kicked out of the co-op, you can rejoin it and pretty much continue where you left off. I'm really glad that they did that, because that was one of the main problems in the new update, and they did fix it. Now keep in mind, they are a small team, and they will need some time to fix some things. Some things need more time, some things need less time. And I'm really impressed that they are actually able to deliver such fast bug fixes with their number. That's just impressive. That is really impressive, and it shows us how much they truly care for the game and for the players. It is a big plus for me, and again, I wish to play the game more than I already am playing it now. And I know people are also asking for the global version. The global version, I talked about it before, but the global version is in the works. That's the info that I did get. The global is in the works, is in the plans, of course. First version that will be released is the Taiwanese version, after that the Japanese version, potentially after that the Korean version, and potentially after that either the Southeast Asian version or the global one. It pretty much depends on what they choose after the Japanese version, since still both of these versions are in the works. Both the Japanese and both of the Korean versions are in the works, and they are confirmed, and they are coming. When they are coming out, well, that's definitely still a mystery. But one thing that I know, they are coming really soon. Within the summer, within the next 2 months, I think one of them or both of them will actually drop. And of course, I am excited for that, since that would be I think I'll play the Japanese one. For why not? I mean, I will play it just to be able to re-enjoy the game again. I don't know if I will record it, probably not, but I will replay it. Why not? And of course, I might get better gacha luck there. Who knows? But overall, a really solid update that the developers are doing. Really glad. I'm really glad that they are fixing these problems, and overall, really glad that they are actually doing something about the issues in the game, like seriously doing something about the issues in the game. Since overall, they really need that technical support, and that they need to fix the issues as fast as possible. Since I think they are very much aware of the issue of not fixing bugs on time. You know, there's a trick in coding. Sometimes when you miss a couple bugs, couple minor bugs. Sometimes when you like miss a couple bugs, even if they are like small bugs, in the future they can become really major problems. And I think the developers are trying to avoid that, and so far they're doing a good job. Every little, every bug that appears, I think they are fixing it. Doesn't matter if the problem is big or small. Especially like the minor bugs, minor problems in the game, are the ones that are most dangerous in the long run, since they can mess up the code pretty badly in the future. And I'm talking with experience. We can look at the other game that I play on this channel. Yeah, that game, everyone pretty much knows what I'm talking about, but that game at the moment has so many problems, so many bugs, that it became to a point where the developers, I think, besides that that they do not want to fix it, I personally think that they can't fix it anymore, because the game is like now, let's see, 2016. The game is 4 years old, and I've been complaining about bugs in that game since like 2017. And of course, the exact same bugs are still present in that game. And yeah, that's kinda sad. Everyone knows what game I'm talking about. I will hint the game right here, right now. You can pretty much, yeah, that's the icon of that game that I'm hinting on. Really sad that I had to say this, but I have to, since honesty, being honest is something that I value a lot. So I have to be honest. And I don't know what they're planning for that game, since Genshin Impact, and I've even heard a rumored Honkai Impact 4 being announced. That I don't know. My predictions of 2 years ago became true. Back in the day, I predicted that when Honkai hits the version 4.0, that the Honkai Impact 4 will be either announced or released. Well, turns out it is announced. that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird and interesting at the same time. And overall, of course, I will play both of these games just to see how they play out, and of course, because people will be interested in them, of course, and I'm pretty much kind of interested to see how they will make Genshin and how will they make Honkai Impact 4. I'm looking forward for both of these games, honestly, and for a couple other games, of course, a couple other open world MMORPGs that are also coming out. One of them is Tower of Fantasy, and the other one is something like Black Desert Mobile. I kind of forgot what its name was, but it was like Black Desert Mobile, I think. Yeah, Black Desert Mobile. That's again, both of these games are anime MMORPGs, and I kind of forgot what's the name of the second game. But the first game is Tower of Fantasy, and the second game is something similar to Black Desert Mobile, but also a anime MMORPG made with I think Unreal Engine 4. Yeah, I think it's Unreal. Both are made in Unreal Engine 4. I think. Yeah, both are made in Unreal Engine 4. Really interesting games, and looking forward for the character creator in both of these games. Oh, you know I'm about to make. You know I'm about to make Lucia. You already know that. You already know that I'm about to do that. Well then, it's been a really good run so far. in this game and in other games alike. Really curious to see what the future of this game will hold. Really curious to see how the developers are going to keep on producing this game and how they will keep on making this game. They are doing so far a really good job on this game. Now, if you didn't know, you can look at Tower of Fantasy in the Tap store. It is a really good looking game. It is a game that I'm looking forward to now. Well, actually, no, wait a moment. Yeah, it is Tower of Fantasy, okay. It is a really good game and I'm looking forward to it. Also looking forward for Genshin Impact, and I'm also looking for Honkai Impact 4. That's the 3 games that I'm actually looking for. There is no 4 game. What did I talk about? Oh, that Black Desert looking game. Yeah, that was something that I think it might be released in 2021, or yeah, 2021. Not much is known about the game. I kind of forgot its name, honestly. I honestly forgot its name. I cannot remember the name of that game. But if I remember the name of the game, I will link it here on screen. But it does look like Black Desert Mobile a lot in terms of overall map design and in terms of overall character design. They are pretty. That game is pretty similar to Black Desert Mobile, and that game is also Black Desert Mobile is really popular as of now. It does have a couple of versions, the global, the Korean and Japanese and so on. And when this game will be released, I think it will be in Chinese only, or Japanese. I kind of forgot who the company is, who the developer. I kind of forgot who the developer is, honestly. I just remember that the game is made in Unreal Engine 4, and that the game looks like Black Desert Mobile. Well, I guess it's about to be found out when the trailer of the game. Oh yeah, what was its name again? Oh, I kind of forgot. My God. It is also a really interesting and lewd game. I don't know why it reminded me of Black Desert Mobile. Maybe because of the character creator. I don't know. I kind of forgot the name. It's something with Expuria. Something with Expuria. That's the name of the game. Expuria something. That's the name of the game. Pretty much something similar to Black Desert Mobile, but more lewd. Well, that was a good run, good run so far, and well, I hope you enjoyed. It was my pleasure to play this for you. It's been a really good run so far with this game, and well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and well, I'll see you next time. Take care.
これは忠告よ。私と接触すればするほど感染の可能性が高くなるわよ。それでいいの？